All right, so we're going to do one more that's a little bit longer, but the process is still the same. And then I'm going to give you 3 to do by yourself, and you can check with the neighbor. This next one is, and you can write on the other side of this sheet of paper if you need to. 4x squared minus 7x plus 6 times negative 3x squared plus 5x minus 1. Go ahead and write that problem in your journal. So I still going to use the distributive property. Reason being, this is a multiplication problem. Again, I know this because there's nothing between these sets of parentheses here. So I know that it's a multiplication problem because I'm just going to simply look at the parentheses, which means multiply. I'm going to start with this 4x squared in the first set of parentheses, and I'm going to distribute to everything in the second set of parentheses. Okay, so starting with 4x squared times negative 3x squared. That's going to give me a negative 12 because 4 times negative 3. And then x squared times x squared is x to the power of 4. 2 and 2 make 4. There's 2 x's here, 2 x's there, if I were to write it down in expanded form. Then I'm going to multiply 4x squared times the next term, which is 5x. 4x squared times 5x will give me a positive 20. X to the third power. There are 2 x's here and 1 over here. Add the exponents, x to the power of 3. And then I'm going to multiply 4x squared times negative 1. All that's going to do is just make that 4x squared negative. So minus 4x squared. I'm done with this first term here because I have multiplied it times everything in the second set of parentheses. So we're going to continue that process, but this time I'm going to the next term, which is negative 7x. So I'm first multiplying negative 7x times negative 3x squared. Be careful, that's a negative 7 times a negative 3, positive 21. X, there's x squared times x, that's x to the power of 3. Then I'm going to multiply negative 7x times 5x. Negative 7 times 5 is a negative 35. X times x, x squared. And then negative 7x times negative 1, which would be a positive 7x. And you're done with that second term. And now I'm going to multiply the 6 times all 3 of these terms. So 6 times negative 3x squared, negative 18x squared, because 6 times negative 3, attach the x squared to it. 6 times 5x, a positive 30x. And then 6 times negative 1, negative 6. Quick check again. I told you that you can see how many terms are in each one, and that product should be how many you have. So 3, a trinomial times a trinomial. 3 times 3 is 9. There should be 9 products. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 products. So we're good. Now we're going to combine like terms. I'm going to start with this first one, negative 12x to the 4th. I'm going to check all these. I don't see any other x to the 4th. So I'm just simply going to write that down, negative 12x to the 4th power. Then I have 20x to the 3rd. I have another x to the 3rd here. And that's all. So I'm going to combine 20x to the 3rd and 21x to the 3rd. That's a positive 41x to the 3rd power. You're not messing with the exponents at this point because you're not multiplying these. You're adding them, so that's just dealing with the coefficients. Then I have negative 4x squared. I see another x squared here and here. So I have 3 terms to put together on this one. So you can actually put this all in your calculator at one time, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm only looking at the coefficients. So when I type this in my calculator, I'm going to put negative 4 minus 35 minus 18. Again, negative 34 minus 35 minus 18. You don't want to put a negative 4, a negative 35, negative 18. Treat it like it's a subtraction problem. You don't have to do it like that. If you wanted to, you could do Negative 4 minus 35, get that answer, and then minus 18 if you wanted to go that route. But in this case, you should get negative 57 x squared. Negative 4 minus 35 is negative 39. Negative 39 minus 18 is negative 57. I highly recommend marking them out once you've used them, but be very neat with your work, because there's so many things you're putting together. You don't want to reuse something and you don't want to miss anything. So notice how everything marked out so far up until this 7x. So I have 7x and I have another x term right here, a 30x. 7 plus 30 is a positive 37. Attach the x. And then all I have left is a minus 6. So my final answer is negative 12x to the 4th plus 41x to the 3rd minus 57x squared plus 37x minus 6. And that's it. There's nothing else I can combine. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 to do on your own. So this one is 3x minus 9 to the power of 2. Remember that power of 2 means to write that twice and then multiply. The next one is 2x minus 6 times 8x squared plus 3x minus 4. Please leave some space for yourself. And then the last one is the biggest one you're going to have. 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 times 4x squared minus 6x minus 7. All right, go ahead and work those out, and we'll go over those in just a moment as a class.